Hi everyone, welcome to this Rebel Office webinar. I am so excited that you're here. It is all about how you can increase your free time and productivity while increasing your sales at the same time, which I know sounds so unreal, but it's actually not that complicated. And I'm going to give you guys a 3-step process that we use whenever we kind of want to revamp our productivity and increase our sales. And it's what we did recently when we restructured Rebel Office, and I want to share that information with you guys today. So we'll do a bit of screen sharing so I can show you the tools that we use, as well as walking you through the system. So just a second here. Oh, also, I'm so sorry that you're watching a recording of me right now. Some stuff came up and I can't go live, but I didn't want you guys to miss out on any of this. And I promised you that you would get it, so we're going to run through it all right now. So there we go. Okay, let's play. Is this working? Okay, so welcome to this webinar. Today is all about getting you guys to work smarter, not harder. So it's all about encouraging you guys and showing you how to have a really good, long, hard look at your business and where you can find the opportunities that can save you time, make you fall in love with your business again, and then also put that saved time and energy and resources into stepping up your game and offering a killer customer experience for your clients and customers. It's about building a business and a system that turns all of your clients and customers into brand ambassadors and promoters for you. So what you're going to walk away with today is the tools that you can use to effectively review your entire customer experience. It will give you the tools to create a system that you can apply to your business right away to evaluate and map out and implement a streamlined business and epic customer experience. So, who am I? My name is Sarah Williams. I'm the owner of Rebel Office. And honestly, what we do is what I'm about to teach you guys. We are all about streamlining your business so that you can show up 110% for yourself and for your dream and for your clients, because without your clients and your customers, you wouldn't have a business. So what would you do with all of your free time? Think about it. If you could save 5 to 10 hours every single week by simplifying your admin tasks and your marketing, where would you put your newfound time and energy? What would you do with that time? I want to share with you guys the big secret. This entire webinar is surrounded around this one big key idea. Spend your energy and your time on your clients and customers. What this does is that not only do your clients and customers notice that you're putting that time and energy into them, but they appreciate it and they reciprocate it. So they return the favor, which can not only get you some killer testimonials, which you can then use to help promote other programs and services that you offer, but it also encourages them to come back for more. And it encourages them to recommend your services and refer your services to their friends and family and colleagues and fellow entrepreneurs. And not only that, but because they're doing that, your marketing budget can go down while your reputation goes up. So I know that kind of simplifies everything to do with business, and it's not so easy. It doesn't happen overnight, and I want to put that disclaimer out there right now. It takes time, and it takes the decision to commit, and it takes the time and energy to build these systems and upfront, but the end results are insane. Your biz will be functioning where it needs to be. You can come across more professional and credible and offer a more consistent customer experience. And you drop all of the stress and the worry, and you know that your business is ready to do its job, which for us was one of the key, for me with Rebel Office, it was one of the key benefits of overhauling all of our systems, was that I knew that I was ready for success. I knew that Rebel Office was ready to handle clients, and all of the stress went away, and I could focus more on business growth and focus all of my time on offering and showing up and being the best for our clients and customers. So number one, step one, is to review your business. And I know that you would probably be doing that if you had the time, and I'm telling you that you need to make the time. It needs to be a priority. You need to go through and review your systems. Go through and write down step by step what you do to bring your clients in through marketing and branding and general outreach, and then what do you do to sell and deliver to them. Go through and highlight what works and what doesn't, what you hate doing and what you love doing, and what adds value and what doesn't. And you guessed it, when we go through, I want you, after you write everything down, to keep the stuff that works, keep the stuff that you love doing, and keep the stuff that adds value to your customer's experience, and get rid of everything else. And if you can't, then we're going to find a way to automate it so that it takes it off your plate and you can actually enjoy running your business. So now you need to review your expectations, or your customers' expectations to be specific. So for every product and service that you offer, write down exactly what your clients and customers get and what they should expect. And once you have that written down, I want you to send it to someone that knows nothing about it. Because if it makes sense to them, it'll definitely make sense to your customers and clients. So does it make sense? Is it clear? And what this does is that in your mind, it sets the realistic expectations that you know that you can meet. And it creates a clear outline for you to use as a communication tool. So when you're selling this product or service, you can use these points so that when they buy into it, that they're not getting something completely different, which in turn turns into bad experiences, not only for your clients and customers, but it gets you what we call bad clients. And most often these bad clients are just due to this miscommunication of expectations. So I just want to give you a quick example of Rebel Office and our onboarding process. So say, for example, we've done all the marketing stuff. We've created some leads. We've kind of funneled them through and qualified them and did all that. Then what? So once we talk to someone and they're like, yeah, like, let's do this. I want to, sorry, my dog's just scratching at the door. Then what do? So we send a contract and invoice via an email snippet using Streak. I'll show you in just 2 seconds. So that I'm not constantly retyping out the same email every time that we bring on a new client. And the contract and invoice are from pre-made templates that are very specific for the different services that we offer, so that I'm not typing up a new contract or template every single time. And then once we get that back, then I send out an onboarding questionnaire that we created in Typeform, also sent via Streak, so that, again, same thing, I'm not typing out that same email saying, oh, thank you so much for your payment. Here's the questionnaire and here's a bit of homework for you to do. So while they're doing that, then I create a physical client binder or folder, as well as copy. I'll show you, I have a project management template in this app called Asana. So I copy and get that ready to bring on the client as well. And then I prompt the client to set up our very first call using Acuity scheduling, so that they know what my schedule is and my availability is, and then they can find what works for them, and then it's set in stone and sets reminders, so that I don't have to keep following up with that. So let me give you a quick preview. So for example, Streak. I go to Compose, go over here. Streak only works in Gmail for now, but say, for example, I have a client signing up for our one-on-one 6-week program. The very first email that they get is the contract and invoice. So I click that and it's pre-populated already, which I've gone in and done. So I've attached a contract for your review. I just go and attach the new one. And then, for example, you can also make your first installment, and there's a link to the payment page for them, which is 50%, and so on and so forth. And then you just hit send once you replace the basic specific information. Okay, and Asana, I'm not sure if any of you guys have heard of this before, but it's a great tool for project management. And I've created these templates so that I can work through and see what I've accomplished and what I still need to do. So this is a template, and I can just copy it and name it under the new client. So step number 2 is planning your system. So what in your systems map can you automate? So now that you've gone through and written out all of your step-by-steps, what in there that you don't really like doing, like I said, but that you have to do, or maybe that you still enjoy doing it, but that it's sucking a lot of your time, and you know that there's an easier way to get it done. What can automate it? Do you send a bunch of emails, a bunch of the same emails, like I was saying with the onboarding? I pre-populate a bunch of those emails so that it's consistent. Do you ask for an onboarding questionnaire? Do you spend a ton of time posting on social media? There's scheduling apps for that, so that you only have to spend half an hour on a Friday once a month getting all of your social media posts set up. Find anything that takes a ton of your time or that you don't like doing, but you need to do. It can be automated. And step number 3 is finding your wow factor. This is where you turn your customers and clients into your promoters and your brand ambassadors. So now that you know what their expectations are, you can now go and exceed them. Find what you're really, really good at, or what you can be really, really good at, and leverage that. And use that to knock their socks off. Just think, when you are trying to find what your wow factor is, does it add value to their lives? So it can add value to your own, but if it doesn't have any impact at all on your customer's experience, then I probably wouldn't push that as your wow factor. And so now it's time to turn them into your brand ambassadors and your promoters. So oftentimes you have to ask, especially if you're not working in a B2B situation. The people on the other end, your customers and clients on the other end, don't understand always the value of referrals or testimonials. Obviously, with a B2B situation, it's a little bit easier because they understand that aspect of it. So you need to know how to ask. You need to know how to get those testimonials that rave and rant about how awesome it was to work with you. And that can be either in a post-delivery call. Say you hop on the phone with them, see how they're doing, check in on them, and then see if they would be willing to offer a testimonial. And be very specific with it. Ask them, okay, well, what did you enjoy about working with us? If someone was interested in working with us, what would you tell them? Those kinds of questions. And then also create incentives for them to come back and create a community for them. So these kind of go hand in hand. Your customers and clients, especially if they've really enjoyed working with you, they want to stay in touch with you. And they want to support you and know what you're doing. So make sure that you have a channel available to do that, whether it's through email marketing or a Facebook group, or just asking them to follow your social media channels, making sure that they have a way to stay in touch with you so that they can constantly see what you're up to and if there's anything else that they can buy into. That's really, really important. And in terms of actual incentives, this could be like through a loyalty program, or, okay, if you recommend us to someone and they buy in, then you get this, or get 50% off of your next purchase with us. Those kinds of incentives to get them to come back and become a repeat buyer. So now what? What happens now that you have the systems in place and you know that you can step up your game for your clients and your customers? This has a huge impact on your business. You know subconsciously now that you are ready for success and that you are ready to take on those clients and customers. And not only that, but you are more confident in selling your products and services because you know that you're able to not only meet their expectations, but you know that you're going to exceed their expectations. So not only will you attract clients and customers, but you'll be able to keep them coming back and encourage them to bring you more clients and customers. So just want to check in to make sure that this is all making sense to you guys. If you have any questions, you can always shoot me an email. And I just want to know that you see the opportunity. Do you see the advantage of reviewing your systems and your customer experience and making sure, most importantly, that the expectations are aligned on both sides for yourself and for your clients and customers, and then being able to save yourself some time by streamlining and automating, as well as kind of going out of your way to impress them and over deliver so that they become your brand ambassadors. So I have a super special offer for you, and it's all about getting an honest outside perspective on your business, because I know that being a business owner, it's sometimes hard to see outside of your own bubble and your own world. So I want you to be able to pinpoint what you're great at and how you can use that to your advantage to improve the experience that you offer. I also want you to know the exact steps that you need to take to fine-tune your processes, or honestly, to totally overhaul them if you need to. So I want you guys to book your free strategy call with me right now. I'll provide a link in the email that I'll send this replay out in, or recording out in. And if you do book, it's a 45-minute call, and we'll go through kind of where you're at with your business, what you're struggling with, what you think you're doing really well. And then we can find out, okay, well, these are the things that you should be focusing on right now, and this is how you can make them happen. And if you book your free strategy call within the next week, you will get an awesome, awesome product from us. It's just to say thank you for hopping on the phone with us and for being here today. It's valued at $300 or $297 Canadian. It is your very own personalized customer experience audit report. So what that is, it's a document that not only gives you a very specific score and breakdown of your customer experience to show you where you're doing really well and what you could be doing better at, alongside with our own recommendations for, okay, so your branding could use some help, but this is what we recommend you do to kind of step it up. And then the last few pages of the report are a checklist with very specific things that you can do as next steps. So your branding's not doing very well, and it could look like this, and this is what you could be doing, and so this is how you're exactly going to get there. So it's valued at $300, and it is only if you book your free strategy call. It's free, only if you book your free strategy call within the next week. So just to recap on everything, number one is get rid of all the stuff that either doesn't add value or improves your customer's experience or is crucial to your service offering or that you love doing. Get rid of any of it that just doesn't work, either for yourself or for your clients and customers. And then get super clear on what your customers or clients expect, or change that expectation. If there's this huge miscommunication and you don't really understand what they expect anyways, then go and make their expectations. Make them have realistic expectations of what they can expect from you. And then find where you can impress them and find where you can completely knock their socks off. Get rid of what works and what doesn't. So that means go through and actually take action and get to work on overhauling your business. I have tons of apps and tools that I can recommend to you guys as well. Check out rebeloffice.ca. It has a list of them, or just shoot me an email. And then go in and actually streamline and simplify. And I know that a lot of you are thinking, okay, well, I know all of this, but I just haven't had the time to do it. You need to make the time. I think I've said this already today. You need to make the time and make it a priority. Otherwise, nothing is going to change, and you are going to continuously live in this world of chaos and stress. And number 6 is book your free strategy call right now. Book it within the next week. Book it today so that you can take advantage of a totally free personalized customer experience report so that you know where to start. Because I know that sometimes the hardest thing is knowing where to start and making that time. So I'll also be there to hold you accountable as well, to make sure that you're taking the actions that you need to. So I hope that I provided a ton of information for you guys today, and some insight into what we're doing and how we even came to come up with this 3-step process as well. And if you have any questions, just reach out. I'm here for you. I'm here to help you succeed and run a totally kick-ass business and offer a totally kick-ass customer experience. Thanks for showing up. And again, book your free strategy call. Talk to you later.